and Banter podcast. If you don't already know, my name is Dr. Dray. That's Dr. Dray. Let's not get it twisted. And I will be hosting a special episode of Brew and Banter podcast that you will not want to miss. But before I do that, I have got to introduce the most interesting people I have ever known. First off, we've got the lovely, the enchanting Ebz.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing? And I am brewing on this Wednesday after evening some whiskey from this, it's called Catherine Dawn's whiskey from a place that I got it in Bonaire. It's from this distillery and it's made out of a cattache cactus and the name of the distillery is Cattache. So bottoms up, y'all.
Somebody
Cattache, real bougie.
Extra. Mm-hmm.
Extra bougie.
Cattache done burnt your tongue. I saw what happened there.
She's very demure.
And of course, we also have with us the always eloquent Dual.
Hey, y'all, happy hump day. And what I am brewing on this Wednesday is something brown. Because, the last couple of weeks we've been doing sangria. But since we have a special episode that's hosted by our very own Dr. Dray, I figured I spice things up with a little whiskey and a little cherry coke, mix, take it back,
Make it sweet. Make it sweet. Well, I am here with the cheapest of cherry Moscato wines directly from my nearest Walmart. I don't even know the brand name. I just placed it directly into this flute to make it appear as if it were champagne. It's not. I just want to be real with you guys. And honestly, I haven't even tasted it, so give me just a moment.
Does it pass the test?
I'm not mad at it. I think this would give me a little bit of, it would give me a hangover if I drank too much of it, but I'm not mad at it for a one flute type evening like today. I'm sure.
Very mindful. I like it.
Very demure. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you guys know, we are about to have some fun today. I thought we would play a drinking game, and since we have this cheap wine here, I'm sure I will regret it in the morning. But so, okay, and it's probably one that you guys have all played before, either recently, if you are feeling youthful, or back in the day at the church lock-in or sleepover.
Not the church lock-in.
Lock-in. You telling your truth, Dre.
Right.
Church was, you already know. You know how the church lock-in was. Jesus left when we got locked in. Jesus left. Let's be honest. So you played it back in the day. It is one of the most interesting.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe.
None of this church lock-in. And they used to be on Wednesdays, too. Y'all know, it used to be on Wednesdays when they would do.
We might have.
So if you haven't already guessed, today we will be playing Never Have I Ever.
Ooh.
Have you guys played that before?
I have. I like playing it when I'm getting to know someone or like even if I'm dating somebody for the first time. That's what I do. I'm like, let's play Never Have I Ever so I know if I need to stay or run.
That part.
Yeah.
So I use it to get to know people in like the first 30 minutes because then you can play it over dinner and be like, all right, this is a great date. Bye.
Right. What about you, Dual? Have you played before?
Yes, but unfortunately every time I play, my truth becomes reality. I'm a person that it will tell the truth, but at the same time, I'm just as daring. So, this is a different type of company. Usually I'm with Ebony. It's usually like a date or a hangout with friends. So we're going to stay, like I said, we're going to stay very demure and mindful for this game. Very much so.
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
I'm going Brad. I'm going Brad on this one.
So she's going. Okay.
Y'all get ready.
Okay,
Y'all get ready.
I see you. Okay.
We'll set up. So if we wanted to get demure, we can be demure. But I was thinking we was going to go Brad too. We'll do a little both. We'll do some softball statements first. And just for those of you who have never played Never Have I Ever, the rules are one of us makes a statement, something like Never have I ever played baseball. And if you've played baseball, you take a drink. Right? Simple as that. Now, just to make it a little more intriguing, if you have played baseball and you take a drink, you can tell the story of the time you played baseball. Now, some of these statements that I'll be making will be a little brat, as as Ebs likes to say. So if you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to tell your story, you don't have to, but I bet that it will be much more interesting if you do. And you always have your drink to depend on if you need just a touch more courage to let out that truth.
All right, let's get it
All
started.
right.
I'm a little
Okay.
scared, a little excited.
We're going to start off with some softball. I mean, I have a bunch of questions, but we'll start off with a softball question. And
Okay.
something just funny. Okay. Never have I ever picked a wedgie in public.
Pick them all the time. I be in the supermarket like, let me get in there.
So Ebs is just out here booty digging.
If I have to, I'm telling you, these songs, they don't make them big enough for my butt anymore. It's like, I have to, I'm like, how do you get a wedgie from a thong? I don't, or a V-string. I just don't get it. But yes.
Sometimes you have to
No, I didn't
adjust.
say. Did you say?
Yes, I
Okay.
did. When you have to adjust.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't do it.
yeah.
I don't do it. I'm not the person. I'm just like, well, it's gonna stay there until I'm gone because nobody's gonna check me pulling anything out of my butt anytime soon. Okay. Let's be
You're
honest.
so demure. You're
So
so demure.
demure.
Very mindful.
I'm mindful of people's eyes. Okay. Let's see. I thought maybe this could
Mm-hmm.
be one of you guys. Never have I ever completely forgotten my lines in a play. Mm.
You tell y'all.
Well, I remember in what grade was it? Sixth grade. We did a play. I went to a parochial school. It's called Holy Cross Lutheran way back in the day. And we did a play about the life of Jesus, our Lord and Savior, or whoever whatever. So there, I had one line. There were four of us, and each of us had to say one line, and each of us followed the other. So the first guy went, and I don't remember the lines at all, but the first guy went, he said his line. Second guy went and said his line. Here comes me, I'm the third guy, blank completely. So I say shit in sixth grade as loud as I can on the microphone. And the fourth guy was like, well, he said shit, so I'm gonna say shit too. And then the
Oh
rest of
no.
the play,
There's a
then the
shit storm.
Oh,
and the rest of the play was just like, okay, what just happened? We are here, and the play was happening in a church. So, apparently the churches that I went to they weren't it.
Yeah.
they weren't. They were like,
The
oh
lock
yeah.
in and then, the cursing, all of that,
All of that. I don't even know where I learned that word from. I'm 11 years old. I couldn't know. I didn't know what was going on. Okay. One more softball question
Okay.
or
This is
statement.
just
Sorry.
y'all. This is getting us.
Yeah, we can get warmed up. So, never have I ever worked at a fast food restaurant. Okay, which one was it?
Y'all never worked at a fast food restaurant? Okay. I worked at McDonald's for all of 2 weeks, and it was the worst
2 weeks.
2 weeks. And the first day, I'm gonna age myself. It was 39 cent Sunday cheeseburger day. Was my first day starting, and the manager was all like, "I don't trust you to work the fries, so I'm gonna put you at the register." And I'm just like, "How do I already look like I'm an airhead?" Like, because he used to hire all the kids in our high school, and then they ordered my pants too short, so I was flooding. And I was like, "This is not cool. I'm in Fresno. We have droughts. We don't have floods." And so they had me working on the register. I didn't know nothing. I was like, I don't even know what any of this stuff is. Everybody's in there because it's right after church. Everybody's going to get their 39-cent cheeseburgers. I have no clue what is going on. Some people got pickles, some people didn't. So I was just like, I'm over this. And they wanted me to clean the bathrooms. And I'm like, look, you guys had me going out around the counter, and now you can see my floods. Like, it was higher than my socks. So I was just like, I'm done.
Poor
I'm
Ebony.
done. I waited for that first paycheck, went on a cruise with my family, and was done. Didn't come back.
How much were they paying for the cruise?
It was only like, no, well, see, I needed spending money. So my check was like $79. That's a lot of money for a 16-year-old. So I was happy.
Mhm.
I got a lot at La Bufadora in Mexico, in Ensenada. So, $79 goes a long way.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Okay. So just so you know, I have a bunch of questions or a bunch of statements, like I said. So if you guys want to chime in with one, you can. But if not, I have some that are a little less demure, a little less mindful, if you're ready.
Okay, I'm
Go
ready.
ahead.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
This was not too bad, but never have I ever dated someone over 10 years older than me.
Nope.
Now look how long it's taken Dual to go through all the people he dated.
I can't help it that I'm
You,
popular. I can't help it that I'm popular.
I, I, I need a background to this. 10 years. How old were they?
Yeah.
Act like over the.
Uh, I think I was in college.
Mhm.
I was in college, and funny thing is, he was kind of like a rebound boyfriend after breaking up with someone else who was a little more seasoned, and he was about, I want to say about 11 years, like 11 years. Um, nice guy, but the weird thing about it is, I remember we were seeing each other for a while. You know, in college, you're like, when you're dating someone, you're like, oh, I don't really feel like going to class today. I'll just get somebody to, I just want to stay here and just chill all day. So there were a couple instances. I don't know how I still maintained my 4.0, but these things happen. So, anywho,
Wait,
long
was he
story short,
is that how you did it?
you know what? I'm gonna catch you outside. Don't worry. I know I can find out where you live because you talking all this. You forget I'm from Inglewood. I'm from
Right.
Inglewood, South Central. Tell them about me, Ebony. Tell them.
Up to no good in the wood.
All right. First of all, I wasn't a professor that time.
That time.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, 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 no. No, this guy was really sweet, but unfortunately, he had it was like 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before my birthday. And for some reason, we had gotten to that point where, you're going to invite him around your friend. And unfortunately, something happened where he had to head back home to Tennessee and handle some family matters. And after that, he just kind of, we didn't even see each other. It was just kind of like no birthday greeting or nothing. It just ghost. And
Wow.
that was my sophomore year of college. But I'm at that time when you're in your 20s, you just bounce back. A week, 3 weeks later, you see somebody at the club and you be like, who? Like, it's very that. But yeah, he was about 11 years older. He was very nice, just very, mature. At that time, I was looking for maturity. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I'm gonna have a follow-up question to that. Never have I ever dated someone younger than me.
Oh.
How young is young? Like how many years from me?
My,
So, your T, Dray, I didn't already told mine. Go ahead.
mine was 8 years younger.
Oh my God, were
Ooh,
you robbing the
almost a
cradle?
decade.
No, because I'm grown, so
Zaddy.
8 years where I'm at isn't that,
Okay.
so
You know you were strong 26.
A strong twist.
I just say you're 20. You're 26. You
That's
guys
what
know you
Ebony
ain't that old, right?
and that's why they got you already talking about some strong 26. I'm done.
uh,
No,
I'm already speaking Celsius.
he was about 8 years younger. Is it 8 years? Yeah, 8 years younger, and very nice. Also, very caring, very giving. But he's the reason I won't date anybody younger than me now, because I've just decided that that is not the way to go. Because I also want somebody to be at least as mature as me, And I used to see all of the immaturity coming out of it. He always wanted to portray himself as older because I'm older than him, but I'd see him running around doing things that just seemed so immature. I'll just leave it at that, as I
Yeah.
don't want to be crass. So it was just immature stuff that I said I can't really get behind all of this. And though I did feel like I fell in love with him, I didn't feel like I was in love with all of that. So I said, I like
Mm,
you, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. So kick rocks.
kick rocks.
That's it.
There's
Cheers to that.
That
Deuces to
was
that.
That's how you get it. My goodness. Okay. I want to do this. I have a really good one, but I want to wait. I just want to wait. So, never have I ever walked out of a movie because it was bad.
I'm cheap, so if I paid for it, I'm gonna see it through the end.
Okay. Okay.
I'm
I'm
gonna
the
talk
kind of
shit the
person.
whole time,
AMC
but
is
I'm
way
gonna,
too high, baby. AMC is
yeah,
way too high to be
yeah.
skipping out.
I am the kind of person that AMC has a rule, right? If you don't like the movie in the first 30 minutes, you can leave and get your refund.
Say what?
True. You got to
Yes.
have a follow-up movie to go see, though.
Yeah.
Ah,
But you don't have to see it that night. You can see it another day.
Oh,
So if you get
uh-huh.
there in the first 30 minutes are terrible, you can get up and go. But for me, I think they put that rule in for people like me because if I'm 30 minutes invested into a movie, I want to see what happens. I got to see the end, even if it's terrible. So I'm not getting up
yeah.
after 30 minutes to go get my refund and deal with customer service and answering questions as to why I didn't appreciate the movie. I don't know. I don't know why I
Right.
didn't like it. I didn't. Give me my money or my in-store credit. Let me go. Hey,
In-store
Reggie,
credit.
you're right.
in-store.
That's
Yes,
He's like,
in-store. I
he's
don't have
like,
time.
wait, can I get the large popcorn and them red vines, for my time?
fine, right? I think you guys just need to do that. And another ticket to see another movie.
Brandon asked for some snacks. He's like, F this. Please give me them large popcorn. Let me get them nachos. Let me get a hot dog, something
Right.
for my pain to suffer, for my eyes.
Y'all have me out here blinded with nonsense.
Oh my goodness. My goodness, I can't. I can't. It's like I just need a
Now,
refund.
speaking of movies with nonsense, we'll talk
Hmm.
about that next week.
Okay. Okay. Gotta say, guys, that's
Okay.
for the next week
Shit.
topic.
Okay. This one might kind of show the colors a little bit. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Never have I ever shoplifted.
I was just thinking that. Okay, listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. It was when I was in the seventh grade,
Mhm.
and we used to go to Vaughn. And the magazines, like, I mean, should I be saying it? Okay, look, I've already committed.
The statute of limitations is gone. You're
But
good. You're
okay,
good.
okay. So we used to go and we used to go get those, like the What Up magazines and the Yo Rich
Mm-hmm.
magazine. So, but in my defense, my friend, she told me what they would do. They would go in there, take their binder and slip one in there. So I tried it one time. I felt a little guilty because I had money. I just went and I bought some candy. I was like, here you go. So I snuck the wraps in my binder, but I bought my own Snickers. So I mean,
Did it balance out?
it
Did it
balanced
balance
out.
out?
It
Probably
balanced out.
not. I mean, the Snickers was like what 59 cents. The magazine was like $8. But
Yeah, that's a large leap.
it's a
Large leap.
largely. But the intention was I wanted to be cool. Needless to say, that was like that year was like the last time I hung out with this person because I realized she was a bad influence. But I just wanted to be cool with everybody else who was still.
Okay. All right. I can see that. I have a backup story. So, a very close family member of mine gave me $10. I don't want to say who it was, so people out there in YouTube land can judge my people. It was a close family member of mine gave me $10 one day, and we went to Kmart. So you know how old this story is. Kmart's not even barely around, if it is at all anymore.
Right.
But so we went to Kmart, and I wanted to get this pair of sunglasses. That kind of has like the rainbow reflection, the shades that come around and wrap around, and you look real cool when you're 10 or whatever, and not now because that's just douchey. That kind. So I go to the front, and I'm getting ready to pay for my glasses, and this family member takes the glasses and puts them in their purse. And I said, "What are you doing with my glasses?" And they say, "Do you really want to spend your only $10 on these glasses?" And I said, "Yes, I do, because that's the correct thing to do." So this person pulled the glasses out and said to me, "Fine, I guess you won't have any more money." And I said, "That's what money's for, to purchase things that I want." And I put the glasses on the conveyor and I paid for my sunglasses because I'm a good boy.
You're such a good boy. That is so nice. I was not that.
Just shoplift.
I knew, and I was like 12. Don't know better. I got
I thought I knew you people. I knew you people. I'm not going down with this shit. I'm not going down with the ship rose.
responsible pricing. till I was 13. So that's when I cleaned up my act. I knew I had one more year to be a butthead.
I'm not going down with the shit, bros. You can take you and Jack can figure that shit out over there. I'm getting one of these lifeboats. Lifeboats.
I'll be on the deck.
Right, I'll go down with the ship.
Put 5 on your books.
Mom, I'm sorry. She does watch. I'm sorry, Mom. But I was 12. And
we sorry, Mom.
Responsible for my sins until I turned 13. So that's what I did. Sorry.
It's okay, baby.
Okay. Sorry.
Statute of limitations is good. You're good. They're not gonna take you.
And now that you're a strong 32, you can do better.
I can do better. I do better.
Oh, it's getting live up in here, baby. It's getting saucy.
Okay. That's a good one. This one, I don't know. Okay. Never have I ever accidentally sent someone to the hospital.
Who did you send to the hospital?
First of all, he was getting on my damn nerves.
Oh my God.
I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe.
This story is so ridiculous. So when I was younger, I was a little rambunctious, let's just say. And I was, you know how your mom would say, get out and don't come back. Well, I took her seriously that day and I called one of my friends and I told him my mom put me out. Where can I go? And he says, go over to my girlfriend's house and you can stay over there. Her parents don't care about anything, you know, because there were those parents back in the day. So I went over to her house. And she was annoying. Like, she just would drive me insane. She would talk for hours and hours and never would hush up. But thankfully, I went over there. She spoke to me for about 5 minutes and then she just let me go to sleep. So I was like, praise. So the next morning, I wake up and I hear this screaming outside the window. And I said, what is going on? So I look out the window and I see my friend that I called down at the bottom of the window screaming up at me. Get your ass out here. I know you slept with my girl. I know you was in there doing that all night long. I said, what? You're the one that sent me here. And I wasn't even talking to your annoying girlfriend all night long. I talked to her for 5 minutes and went to bed. He said, come out here and tell me. Okay, here I come. So I come down the stairs. I go out front. He's all posted up. He's squared up, ready to go, right? I said, okay, I don't want to fight you. We've been friends for however long. And lo and behold, I look to my left, and there goes his mom and his uncle standing up in the peanut gallery waiting for this fight to go down, as if he's already worked himself up overnight and called the whole family to come and see him whoop me, right? So I tell him, I'm like, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to do this. We're not doing this. He decides to swing on me anyway. So he swings, I dodge. His uncle tries to jump into the fight because I'm bigger than both of them. I'm 6'2", so I'm pretty tall, and I'm pretty like, what's up? So his uncle tries to jump in.
Go ahead.
So his uncle tries to jump in. I turn back to his uncle and I say, you don't want to do that. Real deep, like, but not like right now, like deeper than now. And so he backs up. And my friend swings on me again, and I dodge and miss, and I, reflexively swung back, and I hit him in the chest, and his lung collapsed. Yeah. Well, like I said, I wasn't trying to do it. I was just trying to keep him away from me, but his lung collapsed. He fell on the ground. He was acting like he couldn't breathe. Oh, and we're all broke back in the day. Like the neighborhood that I'm in, nobody's even got their phone on. But I just happened to work at AT&T at the time. And I have my cell phone, and his mom was like, call the police and then get the F out of here. So I called 911. I said, there's a guy on the ground. I don't know what happened to him. And just left. And that was it.
I'm not dealing with you. I'm not dealing with you. Oh my God. That takes lose my breath to a whole nother level. They can lose their breath. I'm sorry. We shouldn't laugh. That's hard. Is he all right?
He's fine. I haven't talked to him in a few years, but he's fine. He's married. He's got kids. He's fine. We worked it out afterwards. because he was wrong. He was completely wrong.
Yeah.
I was in,
Yeah.
and this is before I was even out. So I can understand why
Yeah.
he might have thought I was doing something, but I
Yeah.
should have just been like, dude, I'm gay. Like, let it go.
Right.
So
Right. But he came over there with that smoke, and he didn't want that smoke. Like he didn't know what kind of smoke he was getting.
not
And,
at all.
He
and he
came for
got
the smoke, but he lost air.
He
He came for the
absolutely
smoke,
lost
lost
it.
air.
how do you feel
Definitely
that one?
accidental.
Oh my
Me too.
goodness,
I had to
that's
sip on that one. I had to
that's
sip in.
insane. I just got to see the lung collapse. Like they just
That's why
deflated.
I don't like to fight now. I'm scared of what I might do. I like to fight anyway, but don't bring me to that point. I don't want to have to collapse anybody's lung. Let's be honest.
I'm gonna call you next time I get into a fight, just in case. I'd be like, "Come on, I'm having some problems, Dray. Come through. Somebody's lung needs to be collapsed."
I would say, oh, okay. They want 50% oxygen? I got you. Don't worry about it.
50.
50%.
Let's go for 45.
Right. Do I have one? Actually, maybe I just drew a blank because it's
It's
into
that
me.
drinking. It's that
Yes,
drinking.
I
Every
had
and
it.
that drinking,
I
girl. That
lost
drinking
it.
all the time.
I lost it. Okay, never have I ever stolen a car.
Mhm.
Okay, we're all good there then.
Right.
No Grand Theft Auto. No.
GTA.
No
All the
DTS.
and that's it. That's it.
Okay. Goodness. What about you, Duel? You got any for us?
I know you have one.
Okay, it's about to get a little spicy up in here.
Mm.
So, since we're all adults here, and y'all know, watching, y'all might want to take your little ones to bed for this question.
Mm.
So, never have I ever hooked up with a partner in public.
What do you mean hooked up?
Like you're dating someone and things get a little adventurous.
And you do it outside in the park?
I mean, outside, wherever, the mood strikes you.
Y'all are freaks. I haven't done no stuff like that. And I mean that in the best way.
You mean in your 45 years, you have not done anything like that?
I'm a strong 26. A strong 26.
In dog years?
Not here.
Okay.
Grown today.
Ah.
Yeah. In the words of your favorite JT, what goes around comes back around.
Not JT, that's right.
No, we love you. I'm just fucking with him. I'm just fucking with him. We all know he's a strong 30.
So for you, Duel, where was the outside at?
I might need these crosses on my ears.
Where?
But, I mean, not inside.
You on the porch?
Mary, Jesus, and Joseph.
Oh my
Joseph
god.
and Jesus, I don't know.
This
Where
was
was
in my 20s.
A few decades back, I get it.
Okay. Not so demure now. Okay, I see. Okay, we're gonna talk about this later. Anyway, like I said, I was dating someone in my 20s, and we were very on again, off again. Actually, dated in high school for a brief moment, and it was late, and maybe not that story. That's a whole nother story. Okay.
multiple times. Aren't you exhibitionist?
So anyway, college. Let me do college. That one's a little less. So college, I was dating someone my last year of college, and it was a very serious relationship. I almost got engaged, and he lived in this kind of like gated community area. However, in this gated community, they had like their own kind of like buildings and stuff like that, buildings and rooftops and stuff like that, like over the leasing office, things like that. So bridges and shit. It was very nice to be in Compton, but still, or Carson. And I remember he was just a very adventurous person. And I remember it was late at night, and I was staying over, and I can't go into specific details, but have you ever, like, let's say you've been on like a balcony,
Yeah.
and the thrill of possibly like you're at the edge, and it could go from nice to not so nice.
Yeah.
Let's just say balconies are a thing. Balconies are a thing. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want to go into specifics because I don't want us to not get monetized.
Okay.
So, like I said, I have partaken in the, public experience. It was very nice though. Very, very nice. But like I said, I was like in my 20s and in your 20s, you're a little bit more wild and free. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, your 30s, you are too. I mean, okay, well, which time? A couple years ago. One time was in the beach, in the ocean. The waves were they were right. And we just thought we could get away with it. And we did. And then another time was at the hotel in the pool at night. And it was one of
You
those
just like to be around water, don't you?
I do, because it kind of it kind of, gets you in the mode. And then it's water. It's, you can only see half. So nobody really knows what you're doing. Which is nice.
Okay, Baywatch. Come on, Baywatch, babe. Honey, she looking to be rescued, honey.
I'm scared. I'm scared. Come rescue me. So yeah, that was my fun escapade of just it just strikes you, and it was in the ocean, and like the water was just it was the way the waves were coming in, and we were like, well, let's try it. We're all close together, and it was just it was just like, all right, and families are over there, and just during the day.
Ooh, not even under the cover of night.
Ooh.
It was in St. John. Yeah. And,
Night is a good time.
Night is
You can't get lewd conduct if it's at night.
Right. The nighttime is cool because we were at we were in Mexico, and it was an adults only hotel. So this hotel just opened. Nobody was there. They weren't at full capacity. It was like maybe like all the rooms weren't. So it was almost as if we had the whole hotel to ourselves. So that's why we're just like,
you gonna make that vacation work, honey. We done came all the way out here. I'm about to, honey.
we're gonna do
somebody gonna match my freak. Yes. Ain't nobody gonna match my freak.
Not me. Y'all's freak. I can't match y'all's freak. I don't know what's going on.
He tripping. He is tripping. He got some stories. He's trying to be real demure with his brat summer. Go ahead and let it out.
I'll experience it one day. My current adventures have not included outdoor proclivities.
You must.
Probably inside freak. It's okay. We all freaks, okay? Inside, outside. We know.
Okay, I've got two more that we could probably squeeze in before we want to shut this down. So.
Okay.
Let's see. Never have I ever been caught with my pants down.
Like literally down?
Like, to be clear, you were having that experience we were just speaking about moments ago, and somebody caught you.
Oh.
No? I thought one of y'all would have had one of those experiences.
Why are you looking my way? Shit.
Yeah, I'm looking directly. I'm looking like from the side, too. I knew it was you. I know it is.
I'm too slick for that. I'm too slick for no, baby, you're not gonna get me out here on this podcast, honey. I got things coming up. I'm trying to keep us monetized, baby. I'm trying to give you just a little bit. Now, if y'all want to see the real stuff, y'all subscribe to the Patreon or whatever we got going on.
Right, exactly.
That's when things get real live.
Okay. Well,
we need a subscription.
Go ahead and drink. Go ahead and drink, Dray. Go ahead and drink.
It's not me.
Okay.
Oh, he said he never been caught, but he been doing some proclivities.
You hear me? No, proclivities. A camera might have caught it, but not a person.
I heard that. He said camera.
Okay, so since nobody had that one, this is kind of a deep one. I don't know if you guys want to share, but never have I ever had a near-death experience. Mine's kind of in between.
Mine's near death.
Okay.
I've had it twice.
Oh, Lord. Okay. Well, we'll start
with you. Sis.
First one.
Ladies first.
I mean, I guess the one was when I was a baby doesn't really count because that's when I found out I had asthma. First time was I had an asthma attack. I had gotten, my doctor had prescribed some allergy medicine that was not, I didn't realize I was allergic to it. So I'm sitting here just like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like sweating profusely. I'm pasty. I can't breathe. I just have this craving for salt. And everything just started to heat up really, really bad. Okay, my boyfriend, he had to go and like give me an ice bath just because like it seemed like all the blood was rushing to my my middle part. And I'm sitting here like barely taking small breaths. Realize, oh, it's the medicine. My dog is looking at me and I'm still not putting two and two together that I'm having an asthma attack. And then finally I'm like, oh my God, I need my nebulizer. Because at this point I can't even talk. Okay. I'm like, trying to tell him what I need. He goes and gets it. I take the nebulizer. I come back. I go to the doctor the next day. Because I went to the doctor first. I went to the hospital. They didn't really do much. So I went home. Then I went to the doctor the next day and it was my asthma. Like I was having a full blown asthma attack. And then the second time we were in a hot air balloon, which is bad anyways. I shouldn't have. We're in Egypt. This is our second anniversary. We went to Egypt, and we're on a hot air balloon for whatever reason. I don't even know why this was a great idea because they don't take our insurance, and the wind takes us to the opposite direction of where we're supposed to go. Next thing you hear, like you see this big ass mountain. And I'm sitting here like, this is already a final destination. Like all the events that were leading up to that moment just was really final destination to me. And then we were heading toward the mountain and they had to do an emergency landing. So they took the air out of the balloon and it just dropped. Then it went back up, dropped again. It fell over on its side and I'm just like, okay, I'm alive. We run out and the thing just tumbles over. So yeah, those are my two near-death experiences. Needless to say, we'll never get in a hot air balloon again.
Right.
Never.
Never.
What
about you guys?
You had one too, right?
I remember when I was 5, I slammed my finger in a car door and my finger almost like, it was bad. It was bad. It was late at night. I was at my aunt's apartment in Hawthorne. Shout out to my auntie. And she's my godmother, but also like, so my mom had one of those old, what was it, like Tercels? Y'all remember?
Mm-hmm.
So she had a Tercel, and I think we were heading to my aunt's house late at night or whatever. And, kids, I think my mom had ordered pizza or something. So she had left something in the car. And at that time, I'm like between 5 and 7. But I'm like a big 5'7". Like I can do stuff. And me being a big boy, I'm like, oh, I'll go get it. So I go to the car and I grab what it is, but then I slam the door really, really hard. And I let out this outcry that they probably can hear in Alhambra. And it's like very, very, because it's like, it got to the point where my fingers started to like turn colors. And I was like, I'm going to lose my hand. And then if they cut off my hands, I'm just freaking out. I'm like hyperventilating. It's a whole bad situation. I am screaming to the point. And luckily my mom, I guess, she came in the nick of time because like I really almost lost my hand. It was crazy.
Oh, God.
It would have been bad. It would have been bad. And I had to add, like you said, the asthma and hyperventilating. It would have just been a very bad situation. So we were able to catch it in time. I have all my fingers. But yeah, that was like one of the ones that I can recall that was memorable. I don't even know my mom really remembers that, but I remember it because it was so painful. And it's just I knew I should be in entertainment because it was like horror movie scream, like horrifying. And this is in the hood. So when you hear somebody blood-curdling screams, you stay in the house because you don't know what the hell is happening. So, yeah. I feel you, Ebz. Yeah.
Oof, my hand. Like, I
was just thinking like, no, I'm not going to be able to deal with any of that. Mine, it really wasn't, I guess now I'm thinking about it, it wasn't like yours where you fall out of balloons and oh no, but I was in a plane actually. I was 14 and I was flying to see my dad in Toronto, and first time flying alone, so I'm like, okay, this is going to be a great time. And my stupid self had watched the movie Final Destination the night before I got on the plane. So I
Right.
get on the plane and I'm already scared because I'm thinking, okay, where are the gas lines at the top here? And if the oxygen comes down, which seat do I need to be in to make sure I don't blow up? I'm freaking out. So we start flying, and as we are descending, coming into Toronto, does this bank to the left. But as it does the bank, there is this really rough turbulence. So it's shaking and it feels like the plane is just dropping out of the sky. And the captain is like, we're dropping, we're dropping. And I was like, what's happening? So we went from 15,000 to 12,000 feet in just a few seconds. So like the whole plane was screaming. Everyone was screaming. The captain was screaming. I was like, you're not helping. You're the worst. The oxygen mask didn't even come down. The babies are
Oh my
crying.
gosh.
And that was the one thing that made me feel like I was okay because there was a baby crying, and I said, God's not gonna kill this baby. So I'm gonna be okay.
The hell
That's what
he
I'll never
won't.
forget. I never forget that's what I was thinking that day. I said, he won't kill this baby. This baby's innocent. He won't take this baby from this earth. He just got here. So the plane banked back flat, back to straight, and we ended up landing just fine. But man, if I didn't think I was gonna die that day, I was ready to go. I wasn't ready to go,
That's
but
a
I was
near
ready to
death
go.
experience. That I would never get on a plane again.
I've been on
I would have
plane.
I would
stayed in
drive
I would have
everywhere.
stayed in Toronto until somebody came to pick me up via car.
Yes.
I ain't getting on no plane. I ain't getting on no plane.
I got
No.
right back
My
on. I was with
gosh.
my dad for a month, and I went right back on the plane again. And I said, "Okay, I'm not going to watch that movie again. Just going to get on and pretend I didn't see
I
it."
can't watch it now. Now
Me
after you just
neither.
said something,
I
I can't
can't.
watch, and that's my favorite. That's one of my favorites too.
Right.
Um,
Mm-mm.
Child.
Well, I had one last one, but you already answered it as while we were talking, and I think the statement is, never have I ever traveled to a country in Africa. And I thought that maybe we would be talking about travel tales in another episode of Brew and Banter.
we
So,
definitely will,
We
and
shall.
that'll be a good to start, and we can talk about our travel, where we've traveled to, and where we want to travel to. Because somebody is doing a Greece trip next year, so that's
oh,
gonna be
yes.
fun. That's gonna be fun. Who might that be?
Who? Yeah.
Oh, this is so
We might be
crazy.
doing an episode overseas.
Hmm.
Overseas edition. Oh, I like that. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
season
that would be
2.
fun.
What it
Yes, what it do. I like that. I like that. Definitely. Definitely. All right. Well, that was awesome. Our Wednesday night, just to, get you guys a feel of everybody loves a good game night with friends and the
Hmm.
banter. Keep it light, keep it great. What are you going
give
to
it up
announce
for
to us?
our host, the host with
Yes.
the most.
No.
This episode of Game Night, the one, the only, the legend, the icon, the moment, Dr. Dray.
Yes.
As
Yes.
the kids do
Always.
it. As the kids
Having a
do
great time. Yes, as the kids do
Me
it.
too. Yes. 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 This is fun. Everybody loves. And thank you for coming up with Never Have I Ever. When you said that, I was like, oh my God, yes, I love that game. It's always fun. It's a great drinking game, and it's always something to have with your friends and just, get to know a
Right.
little bit about them. Now you guys know I'm a thief. No, ex-thief. No, I'm like,
About to watch you,
ex-thief.
girl. I'm gonna
Yes.
watch you.
Just
And I
handle
can
magazines
collapse
around
lungs.
me.
I
I
collapse
can
lungs.
collapse lungs. And, and,
And I like doing things on balconies, so that's
right?
great.
And church properties, although we didn't get the full detail, we'll say that for another round.
Near, there was some worship. There was some worship. There was
Worship.
some
Oh,
worship.
Okay.
well.
Worship. I bet there
Some
was.
worship.
I bet there was some speaking in tongues too, wasn't it? Bet it was.
Little.
Oh, no. I can't believe that
You
you
only live once. You only live once.
Mm.
Oh,
I
this is
pay
a
my
good one.
tithes.
Cheers to that.
Looks like
This
we
drink
might
is
be.
empty. I drink too. Well, thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of Brew and Banter with Dr. Dre as our host today, getting us all, ready for the weekend with this fun game. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow us on our socials on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And did I say YouTube and Spotify at Brew and Banter Podcast? And again, if you guys have any ideas, want to stop in as a special guest, just hit us up and we will reach out. Yay! And on that note, we's gonna get out here so Duel can go to his fabulous event that he has. And yeah,
Yes, darling. Yes, darling. Darling.
bye y'all.
There you go.